Buying VBIV. Welcome to Wall Street Tactical, the only place on YouTube where you can access the highest level of Wall Street intelligence from many of the finest and most expensive research analytical sources in the financial and professional trading industry. Sources like Motley Fool, OTC Markets, Morningstar, Value Line, Seeking Alpha, TipRanks Ultimate, Earnings Whispers, Stock Gumshoe, Open Insider, QuiverQuant, Seeking Alpha, Finviz Screener Elite, Simply Wall Street, BENZINGA Pro, Zacks Ultimate, and literally hundreds of other factually and hard evidence and rock-solid proven all-source intelligence systems and operations. Only here at Wall Street Tactical do we present for your informed wisdom and consideration the decisions, action-based conclusions, trade execution, and block trade transactions of many of the world's top traders, including major hedge funds, premier financial institutions, public company investment departments, board-level corporate insiders, and those others who wager substantial money behind their market calculations and predictions. Those who really do put their money where their mouth is. Accordingly, we scientifically analyze these power players' actions and market navigation predicated upon proven and the best open access intelligence, public information deep analysis, and reconnaissance, and the most sophisticated information surveillance. Ultimately, this results in perceptions and conclusions which may give you an edge and essentially hedge your trades by being in the know. Here at Wall Street Tactical, we don't gamble. We collect evidence, analysis, and facts assemble. Our principles are never trade alone. Always determine who is in the trade with you. Always, and we mean always, bet with the big money, the smart money, the insider money. 100% of the time discern and discover what the high rollers are holding in their poker hands. And of course, don't stick around in the trade when public company management, hedge funds, and financial institutions are heading for the exit. Now let's proceed with scientific opportunities and time-critical strategies. In this video, we are going to talk about VBIV. We talked about this one earlier as well, and in this video, we are going to discuss the company again. And let's see how it stands up with the discussion we had in the previous video. Of course, if you want to know more about the details in the previous video, then we suggest you make sure to watch that one. It is a pretty good one, so definitely check that out. With that out of the way, let us begin with this video. So, for those of you who don't know, VBIV stands for Vbi Vaccines, which is another abbreviation for Variation Biotechnologies Incorporated Vaccines. It is a biopharmaceutical company, and as you can tell by the name, they work on making more effective and better vaccinations for treatments of infectious diseases and immuno-oncology. The current value of the stock is still under the $3 bracket right now, so it is still a good time for you people to go on and put your money in the company. As we discussed last time, the professionals suggest that their fair value of this stock must be 9 times more than the current value, considering the market trends as well. This is at around $27, and if that is the fair price of the stock right now, you can only imagine what it is capable of in the near future. Since our last video, the volatility of the prices has been pretty standard as well, and we do not see any sudden ups and downs of the prices and the valuation of the stock, which obviously is a good thing. The prices have been really consistent, and this is what you really want to see in any stock before you invest. In the previous video, we did discuss the same, that the stock is not that volatile, and that is true, as we can see in this one. Now let us compare the earning and the savings rate and how the VBI stock could be beneficial for you. The VBIV is going to be profitable in the next 3 years, which is great, and if you compare this to the savings rate, it is faster, as the savings rate is sitting at around 2% only. So if you are going to invest, you would make much more money in the stock than in savings. This is also, of course, better than the average market growth, and hence, it will help in making a ton of profits in the long run. The revenue of VBIV, on the other hand, is predicted to grow at a rate of 59%. This is clearly a very impressive number because if you compare this to the growth of the US market, it is doing exceptionally well, almost more than 6 times to be precise. The US market average growth per year is just around 9%, and if we are going to compare this, it is totally in favor of VBIV, right? Let us now discuss the liabilities and let's compare this to what we discussed the last time. Honestly, there is not a very big change overall, as the short-term and the long-term liabilities are still well under the value of short-term assets, which is completely ideal. And what we want to see in any stock before we invest our money. The short-term assets as of now are valued at around $115 million. While both the short-term liabilities and the long-term liabilities are valued at $26 million and $30 million respectively, there is a significant difference in the liabilities and the short-term assets, and that is something that we all would like to see in any stock before we invest. The debt-to-equity comparison is decent enough as well. We would like to see as little debt on a company as possible, because that will help in the longevity and the trust factor of that company, and in this case, it is all good news. The debt-to-equity ratio of the VBIV is around 16%, which is really decent enough. This makes it so that the company is still under debt, obviously, but it has enough funds that the company can take off those debts easily in the long run. And of course, the company has had a really solid cash runaway in the past year, and this information comes from its free cash flow. Of course, this is another good news for all the potential investors. Well, this is pretty much it for the video. We hope you liked it. Let us know if you would invest your money in VBIV or not. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.